Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Sinister one. Thanks for tuning back in, guys. And today I will be doing a video on my DVD, Blu-ray, VHS update for the month of August 2017. And I'm going to have to say August for this year has been great to me. I got some great pickups, got some stuff that I've been checking off the list. You know, bringing this to you, show you what I got. So much stuff, a lot of Blu-rays. I'm really happy and pleased about that, because like I said before, in the beginning I wasn't really buying too many Blu-rays, but now everything's doing pretty good, and the Blu-rays are starting to stack up. And I recently bought some 100 protective sleeves for the Blu-rays, and lo and behold, I used them all up, and I need at least 100 more sleeves, so I have those on mail. Picked up some DVD sleeves, picked up some DVD cases to replace some of the damaged cases that I have for these DVDs that, you know, you pick up in a record store. They don't come in the best condition sometimes, but I really want to get my collection looking really, really nice, you know. So that's why I sleeve my stuff, and you know, I like to keep it, you know, as in greatest condition as I can, because you know, you spend a lot of money on something, you want it to look nice. You know, this is my hobby, as you all know, and you know, it's an investment, and you know, I want to do the best I can for it. So on that note, we'll go ahead and jump right into this horror genre haul, and cheers on that. First up here we have Creature. It's with Sid Haig. It's got a lot of bad reviews, but I haven't seen it yet. So, Creature. And here we go, from Full Moon, Lurking Fear. It was one of their free DVDs of the month. When you bought something from their website, they'd send you a free DVD. So, that's pretty cool. It's H.P. Lovecraft's, based off one of his shorts. So, awesome. And then here we go with the magnet release, Bronson. Not horror, but just a very strange film. They compare this film to, I believe, A Clockwork Orange. Similar to that. But you know, it's really crazy. Starring Tom Hardy. Gives an awesome performance. I just love his character. You know, it's based off of one of Britain's most notorious prisoners, and the guy was crazy. He just loved to fight. You know, he was just couldn't get along with people. So it's really good. I mean, for what it is. There's not a whole lot of action like I thought it was going to be, but he does get in a bunch of prison brawls, you know. So if you're a fan of Tom Hardy, you're going to like this one. So up next we have Messengers 2 from Ghost House Pictures. It's with Norman Reedus. So I like to get the Ghost House Pictures. Almost done collecting the line. So, and here we go with an IFC release, Backcountry. Watched this with my wife, and I have to tell you, this was a great killer bear flick. I mean, just brutal. The the violence and just the effects. I mean, you know, where I live here in the States, in Arizona, you know, there's bears out there. You know, in the desert, there are, you know, bears. And I'll tell you what, that's pretty scary, because you would never think that a bear would be in the desert, but they do roam out there, and they do creep us out, you know. So we got a lot of wildlife that we come across here in Arizona, and one of our biggest fears is coming across a bear. You know, recently we had a bear scare. Just a grizzly was in the Sabino Canyon area, and it was an undocumented grizzly, and they don't know where it came from. It wasn't one of our bears. So the forest rangers were like, okay, we got to go in there. You know, we got to kill this thing because it's terrorizing the hikers and, you know, the bird watchers. And eventually it's gonna attack and eat one of them people, you know. And you had all these protesters, oh, please don't kill this bear, you know, and take it to a zoo or whatnot. And everyone's like, well, there's so many bears in the zoo, and there's no more room for these things. So this bear is aggressive, and it's showing signs of, you know, attacking people. And once it starts showing that sign, it eventually is going to kill somebody. So, you know, they had to go into the canyon before the bear went into its hibernation season. And then also they were like, well, why can't you just relocate it? And they're like, oh, we could send it wherever, you know, wherever we want to, but eventually it's going to find its way back. Bears are smart like that. They'll find their way back. They travel all over. So they were just kind of like, hey, we're going to put this bear down. So this movie right here is great. I mean, it says it's Jaws on land. So pretty much that's a good quote. And then there was that old one from the 70s, Grizzly. Another great killer bear flick. But this one's your modern day you know, killer bear film. Good story. Just a great watch. I recommend this one. Alright. And here we go with the Madhouse. I know this recently just got a Blu-ray release. I've yet to pick that one up, but this one is uncut, and it's one of the rare films out there. It's from Film 2000. That's the one that's uncut. So had to pick this one up. I believe Dark Sky Films also has a DVD release, so I'll be picking that one up too, and the Blu-ray. I think Arrow put out the Blu-ray, but Madhouse, aka There Was a Little Girl. This was part of my 1981 or 1980. I think it was 1981 list. Yeah. And here we go with Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1956 release. Great stuff right here. I mean, good old fashioned, you know, black and white. Can't go wrong. And here we go. A coworker got me this. It's Diary of a Serial Killer, Gary Busey, Michael Madsen. I mean, you can't go wrong with those two. So I haven't even heard of this film, so that was nice of my coworker, and you know, I'll be giving this a watch soon, so be on the lookout for Diary of a Serial Killer. Alright, so here we go with the Kolchak, the Night Stalker series. I mean, Darren McGavin, just an excellent performance as Kolchak. I mean, just nails this performance. I mean, great stuff here. Before the X-Files, there was Kolchak. So really, really good stuff here. I mean, I highly recommend picking up Kolchak. And then here we go with a MGM double feature. Again, Kolchak, the movie, The Night Stalker, and The Night Strangler. I just recently did a review on the Body Bags channel of The Night Stalker. Great film. Really has a good vibe to it. I mean, he's a reporter, very controversial, just going around reporting homicides, investigating, finding out what's going on, and everything's very eerie. You know, there's always a very strange occurrence with these murders that he reports on. So I highly recommend Kolchak. And here we go with Club Vampire. So I'm at the record store, I had to pick it up. And next up we have It Waits. Great great movie that I found, and I couldn't go wrong. It was just there. So, and then here we go with a film directed by the late and great Wes Craven. I haven't seen it. Cursed, with what's her name? Christina Ricci. Uncensored. So yeah, and it's Shannon Elizabeth. So I'd definitely give this a watch. Can't wait. I mean, good to pick up films from the late and great horror genre directors. And then the last update, I had the Blue Underground release of The Black Cat. Here's the Anchor Bay release, the Lucio Fulci collection. So really love collecting me the Anchor Bays. I mean, I think after I do my midnight movie, I think I'm going to go after the old Anchor Bays. You know, I love them. Great stuff. Fun to collect. They're very hard to find. And here we go with the new modern release, based off of The Strangers, Cabin 28. So very interesting. You know, got it at Walmart. It's been advertised on the internet. So yeah. And here we go with a We All Scream for Ice Cream. I already had this, but this one came with the slipcover, so I had to pick it up with the slipcover. There's a few left that I have to get with the slipcovers, so I've been keeping an eye out and just pick it up with the slipcovers, because you know, the majority of these films I have slipcovers. So you know, I got that OCD thing, and I like to have the slipcover. Makes them look really nice. So really good movie here with William Forsythe, about this ghostly clown terrorizing this town. I mean, good stuff. And here we go with another IFC new release, The Devil's Candy. Don't know too much about it, but Scream Factory IFC, can't go wrong. And here we go with American Psycho 2. I used to have this film, got robbed for me, one of the films that got robbed long ago. And you know, it's with William Shatner and Mila Kunis. This movie's ridiculous. The first American Psycho, we all know, is just classic greatness. I mean, that movie is just superb on all levels. This one right here just fell. You can't even compare it, but it's still funny. I mean, really funny to watch William Shatner and a bunch of other people. So I just needed to get it back in the collection, you know. So American Psycho 2. And then another film right here by the late and great Tobe Hooper, R.I.P., who just recently passed away. Another loss. I mean, you had Wes Craven go, you had George Romero, now Tobe Hooper. I mean, just, you lost the genre directors. It's just, you'll never get that back. They were great. So I have this one in a 4-pack, but I like to get my single releases, and of course, you know, Tobe Hooper, you know, I was like, I have to get this. I haven't seen it, but you know, it's one of those movies I will definitely. Denise Crosby's in it from Pet Sematary and The Walking Dead, so that's pretty cool. And here we go with another MGM release. You have here Amityville 3D. This film's actually rated PG, but you know, I want to collect this franchise because there's so many Amityville movies, but I'm knocking them out. And then here we go with a 20th Century Fox release. Another good old classic, The Day the Earth Stood Still. So black and white, great stuff. I mean, you can't go wrong with these films. And here we go with an Asian film from Magnolia Home Entertainment. This is called The Host. I've heard nothing but great things about this film, so can't wait to give it a watch. Alright, here we go with the classic Trick or Treat. So everyone's favorite. Finally had to get this into the collection. I mean, I passed this one up so many times, but when I went to go back to research for it, and it was never there, but it happened to be there, and I was like, I'm snagging it, you know. Put that in the collection. Here we go with one that's very obscure, very rare, very hard to find. It's called A Night to Dismember. I remember Moods was giving a review on this, and I read a review on it, and it was just this film had good intentions. It was stored away for 3 years. There was like a fire accident or something, and they lost a lot of the footage, so they had to improvise and, you know, reshoot stuff and put things in there, and it made the movie really, really bad from what I gather. So, A Night to Dismember. Glad to finally have this. And here we go with the Code Red. Spine number 64. It's Caged Men. So awesome to find a Code Red at the record store. So definitely had to pick that up. Couldn't let it sit there. And here we go with I got some films. Sleepaway Camp 4. The Survivor. Pretty much, from what I gather, it's just shots from the other Sleepaway Camp films. I don't know. And then here we go with Son of Sleepaway Camp. This is a tried to capitalize on the Sleepaway Camp franchise, but it's still technically a sequel. You know, not an official, but you know, it's a sequel. You know, I consider it. You're a genre fan. You know, you gotta go with it. So, Son of Sleepaway Camp. And here we go with another sequel, Return to Sleepaway Camp. I hear this one's god awful too, but you know, Sleepaway Camp. So, and then also, here we go with Meat Market, Region 2. So, you know, I started watching this, and you know, it's really, really bad, really B. But you know, if you're into your zombies, then you know you'll enjoy it. But and here we go with Meat Market 2, and then we have Meat Market 3. So yeah, glad to have those. And then we'll get into my my special list that I'm collecting, the Midnight Movie line from MGM. So right here we have The Fall of the House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, both Vincent Price films. And then we have Invasion of the Star Creatures, Invasion of the Bee Girls. So more B-movie madness. And next up, Empire of the Ants and Tentacles, which got Blu-ray releases just recently. Here we go with Cry of the Banshee and Murders in the Rue Morgue. You know, we got a Vincent Price here, and just, you know, good stuff. You can't go wrong with this. And then here we go with Die Monster Die, Boris Karloff and the Dunwich Horror. Really loved the Dunwich Horror. I, you know, can't recommend that movie enough. Then here we go with some more beach films, or I don't know if these are beach films or they're the race films, but they're the Rick and Anna movies, I believe. So we have Fireball 500 and Thunder Alley. So I don't know if Rick's in here. Yeah, Franny and Rick. But anyways, you got those movies from that time period. And then here we go with the midnight movies, The Crystal Stone and The Boy and the Pirates. So here they start to change their banner. So there's a few of these pirate ones. I think there's only 2, but I think I got them all now. Alright, so here we go with the VHS. Since I just got one VHS, I'll show it off now. And it's Freddy's Nightmares 2. It's the UK VHS copy. So this one has episodes Sisters, Keeper, and Freddy's Tricks and Treats. So yeah, I mean, these are very hard to find. I need 4 more. I already have, this makes number 4. There's 4 more that I need. Very rare, very hard to find. You know, you gotta constantly be searching for these. And you know, as soon as I get this line, I'll get the American VHS releases. Can't go wrong with Freddy. Alright, into the Blu-rays, and I have a stack right here. So, cheers. Alright, here we have Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson and Beats Takashi. I missed it at the cinema, shame on me. I got the Blu-ray, had to nail that when it came out. Get Out. This film was talked about quite a bit on you know, social media and whatnot, and you know, I went into it blind, and I really liked the concept of the film. I wanted a little bit more, but you know, it had a good original story, and it wasn't anything that I expected, but it was still a good film. And then here we go with Alien Covenant. I pre-ordered this. Comes with the book, you know, special edition, Target exclusive. I mean, had to jump on this one. I saw this one at the cinema. I couldn't miss out on this. I love the Alien franchise, and just a well done movie. I did a review on this one on the Body Bags channel, so check it out. Next up, we have The Belko Experiment. Just a great film. I mean, this movie is just awesome. You got Michael Rooker, you got Tony Goldwyn, you got just a great cast of you know, genre actors, and just, you know, you can't go wrong with this film. This movie is great. Just Office Space meets Battle Royale, you know? That says it all. And here we go with Resident Evil Vendetta, the animated movie. You know, my family's really big into the Resident Evil, so boom, I had to pick that one up. I played Resident Evil back when I was a kid. I was there from day one, so. And then here we go with Dark Knight of the Scarecrow with Larry Drake, R.I.P. Here we go with Life, an alien film. I missed it at the cinema. I'm so disappointed. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal, Rebecca Ferguson, Ryan Reynolds, so space horror. And then non-horror, but Killing Them Softly, Brad Pitt, great movie. Ray Liotta, Richard Jenkins, James Gandolfini, great stuff. Here we go with Universal 100th Anniversary. Bud Abbott and Lou Costello Meet Frankenstein. So Blu-ray. Had to get this. I mean, just it was on another list of mine. Just beautiful, beautiful Blu-ray release from Universal. Really love it. You know, Abbott and Costello, Bela Lugosi. You know, you just good stuff right here. Here we go with The Rings. So, boom, had to pick that one up too. Just like put in that collection. And not sure if I showed this off before. I had a friend who borrowed it. Daddy's Little Girl, one that you have to go out and search for. Excellent torture movie. Just whew. This movie was brutal. Highly recommend. Great cinema right here. At the gas station, and boom, right there, The Skeleton Key. Kate Hudson had to pick it up, needed it in the collection. Saw that one at the cinema many years ago. Phoenix Forgotten. Did a review on the Body Bags channel, really enjoyed it. Found footage type film. If you're into found footage, this is a good one. And here we go with Mortal Kombat Legacy 2. I have the first one. This one never appeared on the shelves out there, so I had to, you know, go online and buy it. The first one I really enjoyed, so I was like, oh, I can't wait to check out the second one. And it's little shorts of the characters, and then they have the little fight scene. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, it's shorts. It's not basically a movie. It's just shorts. It's a story. You know, it's interesting. And then here we go with Feed the Light. They pretty much compared this one to David Lynch type films. It is kind of weird like that, but you know, it just, you can tell, you know, it's not a Lynch film. It doesn't have that touch of Lynch, but you know, they were trying to go with that concept, and you know, it was okay. You know, it wasn't. They stayed to the story. You know, they focused on the story, so it wasn't as weird and bizarre as Lynch is. So, but Feed the Light. This is an Intervision release from Severin Films. And then Case 39. I've heard great things about this movie. This one fell under the radar. Renee Zellweger, Ian McShane, Bradley Cooper. I've heard nothing but great things about this one, so pick that one up too. Here we go with another non-horror, The Mechanic, but I love my action films. I love my assassin type films. This one had some great assassin nations in it. Tommy Lee Jones and Jessica Alba. So if you like the first one, you'll appreciate this one. All right, and that is the Blu-rays. So now we'll go into the box sets. Just a stack of stuff here, people. Here we go with I Know What You Did Last Summer box set. Been wanting to get this. I mean, I really enjoyed this first one growing up in middle school. You just had that crush on Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. These movies, it was the times back then. You really liked them. And then I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I didn't watch this as much as I watched the first one, so I'm definitely gonna have to revisit all these, and then I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I don't even think I've even seen this one, but we will watch it in the near future and see how it is. So we got that box set, and then here we go with the Chucky the Killer DVD collection. I remember this is like a Walmart exclusive. I missed out on it years ago, but now that I'm collecting, and I was like, man, I need to get that because that was a pretty cool addition. It's got that 3D, It only comes with Child's Play 2, 3, The Bride of Chucky, and Seed of Chucky, but still great to have in the collection. I can't get enough of Chucky. Alright, next up here we have the Sleepaway Camp box set put out by Anchor Bay, the re-release, because American Red Cross, I believe, went after them for having the Red Cross. So Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers, and Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland. Comes with a little camp diary, and then you have some footage of Sleepaway Camp 4, The Survivor. So really cool box sets. Anchor Bay, old Anchor Bay did it up. So that's that box set. And then here was the first box set they put out. And as you can see, it has the Red Cross. And then, American Red Cross went after them, copyright issue. So they had to pull this and reprint. So I got both the collections, and then there's also the Anchor Bay UK one, which I want to grab. It's pretty much just got the bloody handprint on it. It looks nice, so glad to have those box sets finally. So on to the next, we have Traces of Death. Man, I was like, yay when I went to the record store and found it. It's kind of like almost like Faces of Death, just footage of death. So really good stuff here. Glad to have that in the collection. Box sets are just getting really sexy on the shelf. Up next is the Masters of Horror Season 1 box set, The Mausoleum. I was just at the record store. I was like, you know what? I'm picking it up. I'm not going to let that one pass. Which I really got to be careful with how I handle this, but lid comes off. It's your lid right here, and then you have the movies in these little slip cases right here. I have them all individually on DVD, but you just gotta have that box set. So I'm going to seek out the second one, and the second one looks nice because it's a skull. So glad to have this in the collection. Really love the Masters of Horror the series. Just good stuff by, you know, your genre directors. I look good on the shelf right there. Alright, last but not least is a box set that I've been searching for and had my eye open. Finally found it, and really glad to have it in the collection because it is very rare. We have, it's limited to 3,000. So we got 2,078, which doesn't matter, but it's just limited. And it's the Guinea Pig, the complete series, limited edition. Really good stuff here. I mean, beautiful, beautiful box set, you know. Oh, this thing's gorgeous. So, I saw a review of one of my friends, W Doubles, and he did a review on the Body Bags channel of Flowers of Flesh and Blood, and I had to say, whoa, this movie was really, really, really brutal. I mean, damn, good stuff right there. Then you have Guinea Pig Part 1, Devil's Experiment, Guinea Pig Part 2, He Never Dies, Guinea Pig Part 4, Devil Woman Doctor. Then you have the t-shirt, which I will leave the t-shirt in there, part of the collection. I'm not going to wear it. Guinea Pig Part 6, Android of Notre Dame. Look at that. Look at that stuff. And then Mermaid in a Manhole. And then we have Part 7, Making of Guinea Pig. And then you have Part 8, Making of Devil Woman Doctor. And then in here you have the poster. I don't know, I like posters, so I might get it framed. Might get it framed and put up. Really good stuff right there. Nice poster. So, happy to finally have this in the collection. So, that is it for my update of August. Hope you enjoyed watching my video. Please like and subscribe, comment. I have the Sinister one. I already have a haul for September. I mean, I got some great stuff in for September. I have some, got another box set. I need to pick up some VHS, but I got a ton of DVDs and a boatload more of Blu-rays. So, and then, you know, it's only the middle of September, so we still have some time. So, thanks everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks for the positive feedback on my videos. I like hearing from you, and thanks for subscribing, because I'm up to 142 now, so that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.